just testified before a federal grand jury. He says he was in possession of a trove of digital evidence from Diddy's freak-offs and parties.
Silence breaker for my brother, who is a artist, and they're after my life. My whole family is after my life, and they're setting me up. And Sony Records owes me $3.5 million, and they don't want to pay me, and it would be in their better interest, just like Michael told me. They owe me money, and they're trying to off. And I'm begging you and I'm pleading you, help me raise $100,000 as soon as I can so I can move to an undisclosed location where I am safe. They had cops come and check for a rope in my garage saying I wanted to hang myself.
Aaron Carter's heartbreaking death just took a surprising twist. And guess who's in the spotlight? None other than Diddy himself.
Aaron Carter begged for help in front of the world. He begged for financial support to help get him a private security team to keep him alive. He said on numerous occasions, if anything happens to me, I promise you, I am not vital. And no one said anything.
Aaron Carter's untimely death has taken an unexpected turn, with surprising connections now being made to Diddy. The revelations are leaving fans stunned and fueling intense speculation.
Carter's cause of death is revealed. According to online records obtained by E! News, the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner coroner determines that the singer died in November due to drowning. Secondary causes were listed as the effects of alprazolam, which is sold under the brand Xanax, and difluoroalkyl.
New details surrounding Aaron Carter's death suggest links to Diddy, raising more questions than answers. Adding to the mystery, Diddy's lawyer recently stepped down, prompting speculation about ongoing investigations. Reports claim federal authorities are examining Aaron's connections to Diddy and may update his indictment with additional charges. Disturbingly, investigators are also looking into other suspicious deaths tied to Diddy. Aaron's passing on November 5th, 2022, just a day after Diddy's birthday, has only heightened speculation. As more unfolds, this case is becoming one of the most explosive stories in the entertainment world. Stay tuned for updates.
People. Why? Most likely because he was victimized by his mentor, who loved to control people.
And his mentor was
Unravel.
Tell us how
who was mentored by Clive Davis.
Several high-profile deaths, including those of Kim Porter, Whitney Houston, and even near-death incidents involving Jamie Foxx and Albie Schur, are being linked to Diddy, sparking serious concerns. Many of these individuals had either spoken out about Diddy or planned to, just before tragedy struck. For instance, Aaron Carter's death was officially ruled as drowning, but rumors suggest he may have been drugged. The similarities to Whitney Houston's tragic passing, found drowned in a bathtub with drugs involved, are striking. Could these be coincidences, or is something darker at play?
Poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms. And then right after that, Al had a meeting, and I was going to meet up with him because we were in Vegas, and then the next thing you know...
Whitney Houston's death in a Beverly Hills hotel, coinciding with Clive Davis's Grammy party, raised questions about sensitivity and timing. Adding to the intrigue, allegations suggest Diddy's rise to fame with Bad Boy Records involved more than talent, possibly including favors for Clive Davis. Whistleblower Jaguar Wright has accused Clive and Diddy of perpetuating a cycle of control within the music industry. These claims include tragedies such as a 1991 stampede at a charity basketball game organized by Diddy, where 9 people died. Critics argue that Clive helped Diddy evade accountability. Could these connections reveal a pattern of disturbing behavior?
It really wasn't him. I can't blame him. It was actually Jennifer that was mad at me. But he was just trying to come to her, honor.
Puffs it, man. It's kind of, I'm like, damn, this shit is crazy, man, huh? So what I did was, I would show up to the party in my little town car. There's town, I grabbed me a town car so I could skirt. Puff the SUVs and the Bentleys, the whole night. He get out. I get out too with a camera. The big Canon, like, yo, Puff, I should document this shit, right? Yo, what's up, Playboy? What you talking about? I said, no, I should get this, man. You, Fonz, the whole nine. He says, yeah, let him through.
Kim Porter's death was officially attributed to pneumonia, but rumors persist. Reports suggest she was working on a tell-all book detailing alleged mistreatment by Diddy. The manuscript reportedly claimed Diddy controlled her life and threatened her when she considered exposing his secrets. Speculation also ties Kim's death to her rumor relationship with music executive Shakir Stewart, who died under mysterious circumstances shortly after a confrontation with Diddy.
Jamie Foxx states in the special that Diddy was responsible for what happened to him, and he is the one that called the FBI.
Jamie Foxx's sudden health scare and coma have also sparked suspicions. During live tapings for a Netflix special, Jamie reportedly hinted at tensions with Diddy. Industry insiders allege Jamie even contacted the FBI before his hospitalization, claiming Diddy was involved. Witnesses from these events confirmed Jamie's remarks were serious, further fueling speculation.
What are some of the things that you heard behind the scenes that were going on before this indictment actually dropped?
Well, I know he poisoned Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx reported him to the FBI because of it. I know that's a fact.
We're talking about when, what was it, a year or two ago or so, when Jamie Foxx got real sick and everybody said he had a stroke.
Yes.
We're talking about that, or talking about something different?
I'm talking about...
Aaron Carter, too, had voiced fears for his life in the weeks before his death, even pleading for financial help to escape. His passing raised suspicions, with reports of strange behavior from his housekeeper and unresolved questions about his final hours. Aaron had openly hinted at knowing secrets about powerful industry figures, leaving many wondering if this made him a target.
Do you regret ever getting involved in...
I didn't have a choice. It got bad when I was about 15.
Rumors also surround Aaron's ex-fiancée, Melanie Martin, who was allegedly involved in efforts to control him. Aaron accused her of abuse and manipulation, adding another layer of complexity to his story.
Where I am safe. My realtor won't sell my house. They're all involved in this, and they're trying to keep me there.
Just when it seemed like Aaron Carter was getting his life back on track, news broke on November 5th, 2022 that he was found unresponsive in his home and declared DOA. Now, we know Aaron struggled with addiction and mental health issues for most of his adult life, but there were still a lot of unanswered questions about what really happened in his final moments. So at first, most people just assumed Aaron had relapsed and either OD'd or possibly taken his own life. The police also initially didn't consider his death suspicious. However, a ton of strange and disturbing details have come to light about Aaron's last hours over the past 2 years. The first police report claimed that a housekeeper found Aaron's body in his bathtub. However, the cause of death wasn't publicized right away. This article, published by the LA Times 2 days after Aaron's death, that the LA County's coroner's office performed an autopsy on Aaron, but officials deferred declaring a cause of death pending Now, it usually takes a few weeks for the toxology report to be finalized. However, it wasn't until April 2023, 5 whole months after Aaron's death, that they finally shared the results with the public. County medical examiner coroner ruled that Aaron's death was accidental, citing drowning after taking and inhaling compressed gas. So when news first came out about Aaron's cause of death, most fans already assumed it was linked to substance use, because for years, the headlines focused on his battles with addiction, and Aaron was always pretty open about it. On top of that, Aaron also dealt with ED and body shaming issues, and just a few years before he passed, he had to seek treatment for those struggles.
I get Voluma fillers, okay, to fill up my face.
So because of all of Aaron's mental health struggles, some people also speculated that he might have taken his own life, especially since his relationship with his family was strained and he had almost no real support system around him. But then things started to take a weird turn, and a lot of people online started saying something seemed off about the official story. Fans started digging up old videos Aaron had posted in the days before his death, and in many of these videos, he talked about feeling unsafe in his home and being scared for his life.
9 days ago, Aaron Carter had this to say.
I'm afraid for my life. Anybody else have neighbors from hell, or am I the only one who... They don't deserve an explanation, sweetheart. None of them do. No, they don't. And that's why I'm just moving. My property is completely secluded. These neighbors have been... the scariest, worst people. I was threatened by them, by a gang.
Now, to give you some more clues, it was reported that Aaron's neighbors, Anthony and Amanda Shavel, who were both medically trained, tried to help him after hearing a 911 call over a police scanner. But here's where things get strange. Aaron's house sitter refused to let them inside the house. According to the Daily Mail, Amanda, who's a registered nurse, grabbed her defibrillator bag and was ready to assist. But when they got to the door, the house sitter told them she couldn't let them in. Amanda later mentioned that the woman actually locked the front door and she could hear her running away from it. What makes this even weirder is that the house sitter apparently also tried to stop the police from getting inside when they showed up just minutes later. And you gotta admit, that's sketchy, because even if she didn't recognize the neighbors, why would she try to keep the police out? What if there was still a chance to save Aaron? But that's not all. There was another theory that involved Aaron's ex-fiancée, Melanie Martin. See, about a year before Aaron passed, it was reported that Aaron broke up with Melanie because he found out she was conspiring with his family to put him under conservatorship.
But apparently she was in communication with his family to put him under a conservatorship. Or at least that's what he thinks she's doing. Yes, the same type of conservatorship that Britney Spears fought years to get out of. So of course, Aaron Carter is very upset at Melanie Martin. They split up.
Melanie was also previously arrested for putting her hands on Aaron, and Aaron later revealed in a YouTube video exactly what Melanie had done to him.
My ex-girlfriend is now in jail for she ripped my trachea out. She ripped my arms open. She ripped my back open, and she punched me where I got my tooth pulled in my mouth. So, and then hurt my trachea so bad that I can't speak.
The mysterious circumstances surrounding Aaron Carter's death and his alleged connections to powerful figures like Diddy have left fans questioning whether he was silenced. With ongoing investigations, these allegations could have serious implications.
How dare you say a man that groomed you, you gonna give him a pass? Bruh, you know I know. Let me reframe you on something. Remember Usher? We was at the Swiss Hotel. Puff had Kim in the room.
Was getting his life back on track. Tragic news broke on November 5th, 2022. He was found unresponsive in his home and declared dead on arrival. Aaron had battled addiction and mental health challenges for much of his adult life, but his untimely passing raised many unanswered questions about his final moments. Initially, most assumed that Aaron had relapsed, leading to either an overdose or a potential suicide. Police also did not find his death suspicious at first. However, over the past 2 years, disturbing new details have emerged about the events leading up to his death. When the news broke, many fans weren't surprised, given how Aaron's struggles with substance abuse had dominated headlines for years. Aaron himself was candid about his battles. Additionally, he had dealt with body image issues and an eating disorder, seeking treatment for these challenges just a few years before his passing.
A lot of people have been trying to drag Justin Bieber into this situation because there's a lot of suspect looking videos with Diddy and Bieber in it, and they're making a lot of allegations.
Mm-hmm. Same way they made allegations about Usher when Usher was younger.
I mean, do you think that there's any credibility to these allegations?
When there's smoke, there's fire.
Given Aaron's history of mental health challenges, some speculated that he might have taken his own life, particularly since he had a strained relationship with his family and lacked a strong support system. But then, things started to get strange. Fans began revisiting Aaron's social media posts from the days before his death, where he frequently expressed feeling unsafe in his own home. These videos added a new layer of mystery to the official narrative.
It says, I'm going to help you one of a couple ways. First, you and I sit down and have a loving and open conversation, but you don't use cuss words. And everything that is discussed is based in fact, and not some crazy stuff that dumb friend of yours told you, or you saw in a tweet. Second option, I have you institutionalized again, where they medicate the crap out of you, and you go back to zombie land forever. Play date with the kids just won't be the same. This is the way a Hollywood trainer was talking to me to force me to go and like apologize, right? You think about if Harley was part of intelligence, right? What kind of people you think are surrounding my kids? What kind of people you think are in that house right now? When my kids go to Sierra Canyon, it's a Jewish school that doesn't teach Christianity to these Christian kids. At Christmas time, they're teaching Kwanzaa to black kids. They say, hey, this is your Christmas. This is all indoctrination. This is all mind control. You gotta understand, like I don't believe I'm putting myself at risk because I think God uses me for a time like this. He put me in this situation and had y'all follow me from George Bush Don't Care to Beyonce Had the Best Video to now. For some reason, y'all are interested. 2 Chainz said, YSL belt buckle. Well, y'all niggas soul is looking. Like, y'all are interested for some reason. And they wanted to medicate me every day. You realize, like, they could have just switched the medication and I wouldn't be here. And on the news, they would have said.
Here's where things take an even darker turn. Reports indicate that Aaron's neighbors, Anthony and Amanda Chavel, both of whom are medically trained, attempted to help after hearing about the situation through a 911 call on a police scanner. However, when they arrived at Aaron's home, they were stopped by his house sitter. Amanda, a registered nurse, grabbed her defibrillator bag, ready to assist. But when they reached the door, the house sitter allegedly refused to let them in. Amanda later recounted that the sitter locked the front door and then ran away from it. What's even more suspicious is that the house sitter reportedly tried to block the police from entering when they arrived minutes later. This behavior raised serious questions. Why would she prevent first responders from accessing the scene? Could Aaron have been saved if they had been let in earlier?
So you said that Denzel Washington wasn't down with the program, the Diddy program.
Well, no. My friend had to do a number 2, and she was on stage, and he wouldn't let her be relieved, and so she ended up doing it on stage in front of everybody, and it was a wet one, and it went everywhere. It was so nasty, and Denzel was disgusted. He grabbed his wife and was like, "You don't respect nobody," and ran up out of there.
Did you see people react like that a lot, or were most people going with the flow?
It was so much going on. The people that noticed reacted, but it was just so much going on. If you weren't right there in that vicinity, you didn't even know. It was too much going on. But yeah, everybody, and everybody was just walking around zombied out. Like after a certain time, when you would make the announcement, if you don't, the regular party's over, if you don't want to participate in what goes on after. It's just interesting. I just want to bring up Justin Bieber for a second. Shout out to Justin Bieber, man. I'm a Justin Bieber fan. I want to work with him. Man, I have such empathy for you. You are a strong person, Justin. Shout out to you in your heart. You sing when I hear the pain. Now when I listen to your music, I hear the pain in your voice, Justin. All you wanted to do was sing. Your mother caught you playing your guitar, singing, and thought, let me help my son out. Let me focus on what God, let me nurture this talent. And she thought she was doing the right thing by taking that video to Scooter Braun. And I'm sure Scooter Braun probably thought he was doing the right thing taking to Usher. But Usher, why you do him like that? You knew what Diddy was going to do to him. What you get by taking him over there? And then you had the nerve, he signed to you. So you've been making money off him after you get him abused like that? You owe him all his money back. Are you Diddy number 2, 3, 4, Usher? Running around here. I mean, this is ridiculous, y'all. Hey, I'm on a live, y'all. Stop calling me when I'm on a live. That's disrespectful. I'm on live. Stop calling me.
Jaguar Wright is watching. She's in the chat.
Hi, Jaguar. I love you. Oh, I love if I can work with her. She sings so good. Hey, tell Fox to stop calling me. Jaguar Wright is on the...
Purple Rain. Purple Rain.
Tell him to stop.
Adding to the intrigue is the involvement of Aaron's ex-fiancée, Melanie Martin. About a year before his death, Aaron reportedly ended their relationship after discovering she had conspired with his family to place him under a conservatorship. Melanie's history with Aaron was tumultuous, to say the least. She had previously been arrested for domestic violence against him, and Erin later posted a YouTube video detailing her alleged abusive behavior.